Hi everyone, today I'm going on a bit of whimsy for my hairstyle. This is another look that Doe Deere, the CEO of Lime Crime Cosmetics, has worn recently. She wore this to one of her friends' tea parties as a celebration, and then she also wore this to an award show, and she just kind of accessorized it a little bit differently. So I wanted to share with you guys how to recreate her look, as well as 2 fun ways that you can accessorize the look and adding them together, layering them together to make it even more whimsical. I mean, this is about as whimsical as it gets, ladies. So I hope you guys enjoy, and please let me know what you think about white eyeliner down below in the comments. Alright, so to get this really adorable hairstyle started off, I am beginning with just smooth hair, and I'm going to clip in a few of my Luxury Fur Princess hair extensions. These are optional, but they always are a great little add-in to make my hairstyles look thicker and fuller. So I'm taking a 2-part clip and placing this on my heavier side of my hair at a diagonal placement because it's going to be sweeping back into an updo. This just makes it easier. And I'm doing the same thing on the opposite side with just 1 clip because this is my less hair side. And then in the back, I'm going to be taking a horizontal section right above my ears. I'm going to be placing a 4-part weft clip and then a 3-part weft clip right on top of it, or vice versa. I think I'm putting a smaller one on the bottom. Yes, I am, as you can see there, and I'm just clipping that in. The reason why I'm keeping it right at my ears is because when it goes into this updo, I don't have to worry about it getting in the way of anything else while I'm pinning and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be taking a section right above that, like I said, and I'm going to be clipping in my 4-part weft and just placing that right along there and making sure that it is all secure. So I've put in 4 different pieces just to add some volume. Then in the crown area, I'm going to be using a teasing brush, and I'm going to be teasing this. This all depends on your taste preference. If you like to have a lot of tease, if you don't, just tease from there back. And then I'm going to be using a soft brush. This is the key for brushing out your tease, guys. This soft brush will make it smooth on top, but you keep your tease underneath as long as you brush softly. So once I have that done, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of tease on the sides, as you can see here, kind of right above where I put those extension wefts in. So next is the part where we start to build our updo. So I'm going to be taking all my hair from my ears forward just like this, and I'm going to be clipping it out of my way. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side, just getting all my hair from the ears forward and clipping it forwards out of my way. This later will be our braid, so we're just going to kind of get that in place. And then I'm going to be taking my tease, so basically like the top half of the back of my hair, putting it together in the middle, pinching it together, and then pinning it in place, just like we're going to kind of do like a half updo. This is the base for a lot of different things. This keeps your tease in place. Then on the very sides, right from behind your ear, I'm going to take out sections. These are going to be crossed over later, so make sure that you have like a 1 inch by 1 inch section, just enough of hair like you see me doing there. So then I'm going to take in everything else that's left over, and I'm going to be swirling it around my hand in the back like a donut. Then I'm going to twirl it up like you see me doing here. It's easier to see it than to explain it. And then I'm going to kind of fan it out because this is going to be our chignon. So I'm going to fan it out and then place my fingers on the inside while I'm fanning the rest of the other edge out, and then start to bobby pin. I like to use the larger bobby pins when I do this, as well as smaller bobby pins, because if your hair tends to be a little bit heavy, you want to make sure that you go in there with some heavy duty things to keep it up. So next we're going to hide all those bobby pins in the top part of our hair by taking that very back strand that I told you that we're going to save for later, and we're going to cross it over the top and then go to the opposite side and put it around your fingers into a little loop like you see me doing here, and then pin that right at your base above your chignon. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the opposite side, but make sure that you drape it over the top of the previous one. I have to check my mirror to make sure that I'm doing it right. And then I'm just going to do the same thing, wrap it around 2 fingers, place it, and then pin it to make sure that it's secure. So now we're going to work on our braids. Brush everything kind of away from your face as you see me doing, and then we're just going to make a regular 3-strand braid. And I like to always like kind of bring my braid back a little bit as I'm braiding, so I can make sure that it's flowing smoothly and that it looks nice. Then just secure that with a rubber band and continue to do the same thing to the opposite side. You can do other types of braids. I just chose to do 3-strand braids and I look hilarious. So next I'm going to do kind of the same thing that we did with the last strands. I'm going to drape it over the very top of that and then pin it into place right where my rubber band end is. As soon as I get done with that, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. We're just going to leave those ends for a second, but I'm going to flip the end over the previous braid. You just saw me do it. There's no easier way to explain it, because I'm going to use them to hide the exposed hair ties. So I'm just going to bobby pin that braid in place. Now I have 2 exposed ends, and I'm going to do the little loop around the fingers trick again and pin it right on top of the little previous pin curl, because it's going to create a really cute added detail just like Doe Deere wore in hers. Then I'm going to pin it in place using hairpins. I like hairpins because they're a little bit softer and they don't pin really hard. After I've done that, I'm going to kind of mess up my shingyang in the back. I kind of want it to be a little bit more messy and not so perfect, so I'm just going to pull a few pieces and voila. The last thing that you have to do is add some adorable hair accessories. She wore this gorgeous butterfly that just was absolutely incredible, but all I have is this smaller butterfly, so I'm going to add that to my hair, as well as some really pretty gold butterfly earrings from Twisted Silver. I love these earrings. They're so cute and girly and whimsical. And as an added thing, I'm going to add a head chain as well, because if we're going to do, go super Doe Deere, let's do it. And I also have a coupon code to get 25% off these head chains down below in my description box, so be sure to check that out. And you have now finished your gorgeous Doe Deere Tea Party inspired hairstyle. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you are not already subscribed, so you can see more gorgeous updos just like this. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!